Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're joining us for the first time, kindly don't forget to hit on that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified each and every time we upload a video. And for the returning subis, karibuni sana na tunapenda wageni sana, so yeah, karibuni sana. So guys, first and foremost, I want to apologize to you guys, my people. Poleni sana. The last video, I think I'll tag it somewhere here or here. The last video, it had a lot of issues from sound because of the wind. The videos were quite shaky. First, I didn't have a hand tripod, so it was very hard for me and also very tiring to hold the phone and record the whole of the way. There are times we were hitting bumps, mashimo, nini. There's a point of the road where it was very bumpy, so it was very hard for me to record. That's why you're seeing some parts, they're very, very shaky. And then the sound, there's a lot of wind, so you could hear the wind, but I tried as much as I can to be very clear to you guys. So my apologies, my people. I want to give you the best that I can, so I'm very sorry for that. And yeah, I'm slowly learning these things. I'm slowly learning that I need a hand tripod for the videos to be stable. I'm slowly learning that at some point, but there I have a mic. Go happy. At some point I need, my son had it. I had a lapel mic, but also it's not all that. At some point I have to get these things so that my videos will be A1. Pole pole too, slowly we will get there. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. Yeah, so we will get there. So guys, I want us to talk about the Tinder Swindler. By the way, I did not actually want to do a review on this, but after watching it, after the pressure I got from my friends, it's trending. By the way, it's trending. Every chick actually is talking about the Tinder Swindler, and we have also our Kenyan version that I saw on was it Lynn Ngugi's show. There's also a chick who experienced that Tinder Swindler kind of thing. So yeah, let's talk about the Tinder Swindler. Salmon Levitt. Way, that guy is something else. That last week, that chick who's called who? Forgotten her name. That chick who sold his clothes. That guy used to do designers a top for 50 G's. Did you see the match that chick made from the clothes alone? That guy used to do designers. Everything packer his underwear. Anyway, review on the Tinder Swindler. That's what I want us guys to talk about. First and foremost, women, where did we go wrong? And all we wanted to do was be loved and feel loved. I am not going to bitch and hate on these women because I'm a woman myself, and I know there's nothing as bad as a woman who's in love. Yeah? There's nothing as bad as a chick or a woman who's in love. Why? They can go around the world for you. And that guy was actually riding on that. The trend in these 3 chicks that I saw, he used the first month to lure these chicks by giving them all these fine things in life. The jet rides, globetrotting, different countries, the way he looked, the designer clothes he wore, his kind of life, cruises. Today he's in Bulgaria, tomorrow he's in Oslo, the other day he's in Munich, like that. We all want the fine things in life, let me say that. And case in point, Celine, the first chick, Celine, they met on the first date. She was told to come at this 5-star very classy hotel. She went, and in that 1 hour of meeting, the guy told her, we're going blah 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 blah, can you pack your few clothes, we go together in a private jet. And then she was taken to her apartment in a Rolls Royce. She had never experienced this kind of life. Who wouldn't want, by the way? You only live once. So she went, took her stuff, and they left. So in that span of was it even 48 hours, Celine was like, hey, this guy, he's so sweet. Kwanza, the way he talks. Hey, ladies love guys with accents, by the way. Anyway, the way he talked, the way he looked. Yeah. So the trait that I've realized with this guy, Simon, the first month he used to lure these women. Yeah. Lures them, gives them all these nice things, private jets, sends you tickets to go to wherever he is. Like the second lady, Amsterdam, sends her tickets. They go. Also Celine, if I'm here and here, you come. There's a time she had traveled to a place in Oslo, Norway. So Simon surprised her. The guy is moving with a private jet. What do you mean? He's flying with a private jet. What do you mean? He can go anywhere he wants. You get? So these women were like wowed with his kind of life, his lifestyle, the way he was so sweet, the things he went out of his way to do for these women. And also with these Tinder apps, once you get little information like this, like so you saw most of them were like digging, going to Google, who's this Levi Diamonds, blah 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 blah. Oh, he's the son of some rich tycoon. So they're like, nimeangukia, I have gotten the one and I'm lucky he comes with the ultimate package. So this guy used the first month to lure these ladies, and slowly after seeing it's like this guy has mastered the way women are and their minds and everything. So he used to lure them in that first month, taking them to these expensive places, popping champagnes, wanaenda billionaire clubs. He had perfected the art of luring these women and making these women be vulnerable to him and fall in love with him very fast. Like Celine was very innocent. She had started, developing feelings for this guy. So, and then there's this bit of instilling fear in these women after knowing that, they have gotten attached to him, or, they are close, so they know they are vulnerable to him. So he started instilling fear in them. This is a trait I've noticed with this guy, still instilling fear in them. So the women become, so emotional, like, oh, these people after you, they're bad people, they also come after me. Of course, he tells the ladies that, of course the ladies know, see, you're my girlfriend, you're with me, so they will definitely come after you. So after luring these women, getting their emotions, whatever, and instilling fear in them, so the women kind of like, become so emotionally involved and attached to this guy. And that is where now he comes in, with now the swindling and all that. Like, he used to use this Peter guy. I think Peter was his bodyguard, right? So Simon used to use Peter as a bait. Can I call him a bait? I don't know. Like, he was using the pics, but Peter is hurt, my enemies, there were gunshots, he protected me, otherwise those guys would have gotten to me, I would have been hurt. Or so he knew, you're like, oh my god, now me being Celine, oh my god, this is my boyfriend, what would have happened? You have already instilled fear in them, so you are already emotionally attached. So after this bit is when now the money swindling comes in. The guy now starts, after that security threats, I can't use my cards, they've been blocked, I have to be untraceable, all those lies. So can you link me up with your card so that I can use it? So Celine got an American Express card for him to use, and I don't know, at some point, I don't know, he couldn't use it or something, or there's a link, that bit I forgot. I think everything was a bit too much for me, so I was like, hey, all this money. Yeah, so now he started, can you bring this money to me? Knowing how vulnerable you are at the time, and how now, you're my girl, you will do anything for me. I told you about my life. You're my woman. What wouldn't you do for me? Nothing as bad as a woman who's in love, for sure. You can go around the world for these guys. Kwanza, if you're genuinely in love and if you've had a series of like failed relationships, then this dude comes with the ultimate package, my friend. Aki. Ooh. Anyway, so yeah, Celine Evo, pesa in bits. First it was 25, then 20, 40. Chick was swindled $250,000. Able do your math in Kenyan shillings. I'd die. Me kwanza, I had the amount was like nearly 25,000 na calculate. Wee. It was a lot of money. By the way, this is no joke. Even when she was narrating it, she was so, bitter, yani. You can't get over such. Aki, you can't. And at some point she mentioned alienda to a psychiatric hospital because of that. This thing, it was, yani, I don't know. If it was me, honestly, I'd be dead right now. What do you mean? Where do you get that money? Where do you get that, that huge money like that? Where? It was really sad. By the way, it was really sad. Then the second lady, the same scenario. Send me money, nini. She lost, I think, was it 100 or 150? Then the third lady, same treat. She also lost money. Even though she recovered some bit from selling his clothes. That guy used to wear designer clothes. A shirt for $10,000. Did you see how much that chick made from the clothes? Did you see how much that chick made from selling those clothes? Hey. Anyway, that guy, wow. Hey, that guy was F crazy. But you didn't with him. But then, am I the only one who likes eating Weetabix like cookies or biscuits? I don't like eating milk. I normally eat Weetabix like that. With milk, I feel weirdish. But now, the problem is when my son sees me eating like this, he also wants to eat like this, and him is supposed to take with milk. Anyway, it was quite unfortunate what happened to those ladies. They lost so much money, and by the time this documentary was coming out, that dude had made like $10 million from women, swindling women. You see, we can't blame ourselves. Aki, by the way, we were made like that. We are so soft-hearted. We are so gullible, yani. Not every chick, by the way, is hardcore and so ghetto, like, I can give a dude money. No. Majority of the chicks are actually very soft. Alafu, kwanza a chick who's in love. It's like a ticking time bomb. Let me tell you the truth. It was quite unfortunate. I am not going to bitch about these women. I am not going to talk bad and mock these women because I'm also a woman, and I know when a woman is in love, we are so vulnerable to these guys. And it's quite unfortunate. I actually felt for Celine because she checked into a psychiatric hospital. She was going mad, by the way. And this thing was it was heavy. Not even a bit too much. It was heavy. You are left there with so much debt. You don't know where to turn. And at some point in other countries, this, credit histories, you might end up even not getting employed. It's quite unfortunate. Not even in some other countries, even here in Kenya. There are those jobs when you apply and you're in CRB, you won't get employed. So you can imagine even for some of them, maybe if they're not in business, you can imagine. It was quite a strain. It can actually, it can actually kill someone. Celine wanted to commit suicide at some point. It's quite unfortunate, and I really felt for her. I'm not going to judge her because I know there's nothing. A woman who's in love, Aki, you can go to all odds to please your men and do stuff for them, but it is what it is. It happened, and I want us to talk about the lessons we have learned from this documentary, The Tinder Swindler. Number one, I think it's an eye-opener for us ladies that when you start dating someone, get to know someone a bit more. Don't be too quick, Don't be too quick to start, doing favors for them, going all out with information. Don't be too quick to do that. I think when you start when you start getting when you start dating someone, take like even 6 months, the getting to know part. Get to know this person, what they do, how they come, get to know those tiny little bits. And also, it's also good, kwanza, if you're dating someone from a dating app, do your background checks well. Don't be too quick also to give information about yourself, about where you work. Money matters, financial matters. Those things should not be in the picture when you're dating. They should not be in the picture. Those things should come huko mwisho. But when you realize that in the initial stages of dating, a dude is here asking about your finances, what do you do, which rank do you have at work, how much are you getting paid, red flag, chick. Why is he so interested in your finances? If anything, he shouldn't know about your finances. He should get to know you first as a person. Your character, your nini. Those are the things he should know. But at 1 week of dating someone, dude is like, hey, but the finances, your nini. No, it shouldn't be like that. Secondly, as ladies, I think also, don't be too quick and rush, to want to give favors in return, thinking that this person will love you more. No. By the way, once you enter in a relationship, you need to be as genuine as you can be. You need to be as honest with yourself as you can be. Don't try to put a face to something that you're not. Don't rush to do these favors to please people and try and put an image that you're not. Take it slow. Do these things pole. Get to learn each other, get to know each other at your weakest. Don't do favors to please anyone. Let him come to you the way you are. Yeah? If he found you to be, you're looking for a job, you broke, you're hustling, don't borrow money trying to put up an image for this guy. No, it should be purely genuine. He should get to know you the way you are, to find you the way you are, at your weakest and all that. Also, what I've learned from the Tinder Swindler is that you don't have to push it, by the way. You really don't have to push it. Yeah? Don't say, I'm this and this age, I need to hook up with someone, I need to hook up with someone now. No. I think everything is pole, slowly. Things take time. Even relationships take time, to build and to grow and all that. Don't be too quick to rush to make decisions that will, affect you in the long run. I really felt for that chick, Celine. She went overboard for this dude. Those loans she used, alienda kwa Google. She went to Google and, she searched for quick loans. And they were not, that wasn't little money. It's actually all these chicks. There's one thing they have in common. It's money that they didn't have. It's borrowed money. Apart from the second one. It's money that she had saved to buy an apartment. But Celine, it's borrowed money. It's money that she didn't have. And it's quite a pity. In the Kenyan scenario, here I am, working with my little salary. Here I am working with my little salary. Alafu you tell me to take loans for you. I have bills to pay. I have a household to run. But they are dying. They are strong ladies, and I applaud them for that, because there are people who can't take pressure, and I know there are people who can actually end their lives because of such things. So take your time. Relationships take time. Take your time to build your relationship. The getting to know should be a bit longer. Kwanza, nowadays things have changed. People are thriving on living fake lives. People are thriving, by the way, on conning people, on swindling people, like this Simon guy. Kwanza, his real name is Yehuda or who, from Israel there. And actually, I was reading an article, and actually this guy I hear, he's thriving huko kwao in Israel. He's a millionaire or what? Dude has thrived from swindling. And it's a lifestyle that he's acquired, so he can't get out of it. he cannot get out of it. That guy cannot live in a ghetto for the rest of his life. No. That guy he's used to that kind of life. He cannot lower himself. He can't. He'd rather even kill to live that life. He'd rather even continue swindling women. And actually, I hear he's a free man, by the way. Matters of the heart. Why? It's quite unfortunate. But anyway, another lesson learned is that I think when it comes to finances, I don't want to really talk much about this, especially finances, because even when I'm in a relationship, so everyone on their own, everyone with their own arrangements, everyone with their, when it comes to finances, okay, couples help each other out. But in a case where you're not even at you're not even like a solidified couple, you're dating, and then someone comes, someone here comes and starts asking you for such amount of money. Hey, Mimi, I will be taken aback and I'll be like, you're not even, no one knows you. I'm only the one who knows you. How do you just come to me and ask for that amount of money? When you're dating, especially when you're not a solidified couple, like you're not, you're not out there yet, all these bits of finances and, this, a person getting to know about your finances and their issues. See, they have family. See or buyer, but when you're dating, at least, us ladies, I think, we need to be a bit mean. When you're dating, don't be too quick in this finance bit. Hold that bit of your life away from your dating, because people out here, they're mean. People out here, they're bad. Yeah? And people out here nowadays, they're lazy. I also saw that Kenyan version. It's unfortunate. Kwanza, especially these guys who just talk big, and you're not seeing you talking big iko wapi. You don't know where their businesses are. You just hear of them. They're always talking big. They're always talking deals. They're always talking millions. They're always talking traveling, and you haven't placed a face in what they do. Chick, run. By the way, run. This kind of men, they turn out to be something else. And they always never want you to, they never want to bring you to their deals. Okay, some do. By the way, some, they work as a unit with the other swindlers. So you will always see people. Simon was working with a bodyguard, never left his side, tuwatu. Some people work as a unit. But when you have a boy fee, you're dating, and you have never put a face to what he really does, but he's always talking millions, traveling, deals, containers, shipments, those kind of people, they're not good people. A lot of women, by the way, came out with such kind of stories. It's quite unfortunate that men choose to ride on our weaknesses, and some chicks, they're actually very genuine. They're just innocent. They just want to feel loved and be loved. And others go for the money. But the others go for the money. So you might be chasing that money. You're here borrowing for this dude. You get swindled. Very sad. So chicks, I think when you start dating, I think get to be mean kidogo with info as regarding finances. Be mean also with your feelings until you get to know this person well. Extend that period of get to know me, get to know you. Do your backgrounds well. Do your background research well. And also, chicks, times have changed siku hizi. See, we said we want women empowerment and all that. Don't be too quick to run to a man because of his money, his lifestyle, what he's putting on the table, what he's offering. Some of these guys even do illegal business, one. And some of them, they put a facet to their ukoras, to their, their swindlers, their conmen, their fraud people. Yeah? So, let's be mean kidogo with our feelings. Don't be too quick to run to those things. Girl, all that glitters is not gold. Yani, after this, I'm not even actually going to say much. Have a list of lessons learned and all that. Those who have not watched the Tinder Swindler on Netflix, Aki, make a point of watching it. If you watch it, you'll get to understand and you will learn. It has a lot of lessons, especially for us chicks. And for those chicks who are in the dating world, it has a lot of lessons. It's quite unfortunate that those women, they got it hard. Yeah? Alafu, there's nothing as bad as you're seeing that person is up there, nini, whatever. It's very bad. And you see that dude, he's up there thriving. And you're here crying, you're paying debt, you're not in your right state of mind. The guy has totally massacred the emotions. Some of them even don't want to see men again. It's quite unfortunate. That was a very that kind of money, my friend, I'd die. It's no joke. So guys, for those who haven't watched, make a point of watching it. You will get a lot of lessons from that. You will get to learn how to go about with this dating scene. But then the dating scene has changed quite a lot. Nowadays you're seeing people you're seeing people out here thriving, talking of deals, talking of millions, talking of huge investments, and you can't put a face on what they do. Some of them, by the way, they are doing this kind of stuff. They're fraud people, they're doing dirty business. Some of them even are killing people to get money. So chicks, let's be very careful. Let's be mean with our feelings. The first stage of get to know me, get to know you, that period actually should be a bit longer. Take your time. There's no hurry. Gone are the days that by 30 I need to get married. By 25 I need to have a boyfriend. By 35 I need to have 10 babies. No, times have changed. Siku people even get married at 40, 50. Nowadays people even don't have a lot of kids, and others are they're forgoing having babies. Yeah, times have changed. Don't be in a hurry to do these things. Take your time. And also, women, let's get out there. Let's make our cheddar. Let's make our money. You don't really have to be swayed by these guys who come to you with these big things, private jets, cruises, Lamborghini, 5-star hotels you thought you'd never enter in your life. No, you don't have to be wooed by these things, and you also don't have to go there. You can just make your money and make your paradise where you are. Really, you really don't have to be swayed with such things. You can choose to go out there and hustle and make your own money. Yeah. And also take your time, especially these guys that come the ultimate package. There's always a story around them. So ladies, let's take our time. Let's strive at making ourselves better so that we don't allow these people to come into our lives and put everything asunder. So guys, for those who haven't watched, Aki, make a point. It's I don't do documentaries, by the way. So even me, when my friends were like, kwanza ilikuwa kwa group, everyone had watched that Tinder Swindler. Ni mimi tu sikuwa nimewatch. Plus I don't like documentaries, so mine was out of influence. I actually didn't think I would come here and talk about it or review it, but I thought I should, because I say, let me talk. Let me share my sentiments. Since I have a YouTube channel, I might as well share my sentiments. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for your time. See you on the next one.